Hello and welcome, sports fans, to this live video streaming event from Table Rock Sports Productions in partnership with our local school districts and outstanding sponsors who make these live presentations possible. I'm Jim McCoy. Along with me on the cameras, Johnny McCoy. We're coming to you live from South Medford High School in Medford, Oregon. We thank you for joining us today. We welcome you to the Lithia Superstore pregame show powered by Siskiyou Cellular in Southern Oregon and featuring the Ashland Grizzlies versus the South Medford Panthers. We're pleased to bring you this game on TableRockSports.net in partnership with the Medford School District and our sponsor business partners. Joe Brett is the executive producer for this event. Our sponsors keep these events free for fans to enjoy. Please let them know you appreciate their support. Please help Table Rock Sports by subscribing to our YouTube channel, and thank you if you already have. We'll take a quick time out, recognize some of those sponsors. We're just about inside 4 minutes to go before we get the match underway. Stick around. On the other side of this break, we'll get you ready for the match in 60 seconds.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Come enjoy the patio weather and a brand.
Welcome back to South Medford High School, getting set for this evening's match between the Grizzlies and the South Medford Panthers. The home team in blue with the black numerals. The visiting Grizzlies in their white jerseys with red shorts. And the match is underway. The Panthers moving from right to left from where we sit. They'll work it outside to Sergio Cisneros. Long ball up the field, down in the corner. It'll go over the line. And it'll be a corner kick for the Panthers. Getting set to take the corner kick will be senior midfielder Kyle Den. Kick into the crowd. Grizzlies get a foot on it. And now South Medford getting possession back. Owen Neville wearing number 13 for South Medford. They'll work it here over to the near sideline as we face east this evening. Nice to be able to see the mountains once again and have better air conditions than what we've had of late. This match was supposed to be played last night at 7 o'clock, but the AQI was right around 150, so it was right around the cutoff mark, and they postponed it for this evening. And in retrospect, that looks like that was the good call to make. Conditions at game time, 79 degrees under mostly sunny skies. There's a little bit of haze in the air. Sunset will hit at about 7:49. South Medford here in the opening moments of the game, living in front of the Grizzly net. Cisneros. Work it back over. These two teams squared off in a non-league match last season with the Panthers prevailing by a score of 3-0. Looking back to last season, the Grizzlies, under the direction of Abdi Galid, ended up with 5 wins, 4 losses, and 4 draws. The Panthers, who are now with Matt Soper at the helm, they were 6-8-1 last season. Panthers lost 3 seniors off of last year's team, 9 seniors on this squad, both teams very experienced. Free kick, jumping up, gathering it in. Silvano Pineda. Panthers 9 seniors and the Grizzlies with 12, so there's a lot of experience on this team. They'll work it over on the left wing. With it is Alexis Reyes. Trying to make a move inside, tapped away. Another corner kick for South. Grizzly defender stepping in front of it. Once again, South with yet another corner kick. Play in front of the net, cleared away by the Grizzlies who go on the attack. South Medford stepping in front of it. Ashland with one of the more promising looks that they've had early in the match. Lupin Paz wearing number 8 for the Grizz. As you can see from the clock, we're just a little less than 5 minutes into the match. South Medford coming off a 4-0 victory Saturday over Bend in another non-league affair. Ashland throw. Tapping it is Cash Coda. Show you how long this old timer's been around. I can remember the previous generations of Codas. My first year as a broadcaster as part of the team that got to watch Ashland win their first state championship in football. And of course, Chad Coda, who went on to play in the NFL. One of the key players on that team before going on to the University of Oregon. That one will go out of bounds. It'll be South Medford ball. Pineda getting ready to line it up. Goal kick. Nice job of getting underneath it. Ball tapped around. Getting a foot on it there for the Grizz is Escher Paz. Ball in the air, one-on-one battle for the ball. Cisneros and Paz making a play for it. Early physicality in the match. And there's Nico Moore. Moore wearing number 3 for Ashland. He's working on getting his socks and shin guards squared away. And now Lupin Paz, senior midfielder, gets ready to take care of the free kick. Ball in the air, and Ashland forward gets a head on it. And it ends up lofted out of bounds. That Ashland lineup for you. Mateo Moore is the goalkeeper. Sejun Park wearing number 2, a sophomore defender. Nico Moore, a senior defender wearing number 3. Hank Stringer, also in the lineup as a defender. Ari Banderoff wearing number 6, a senior defender. Cash Coda, he's also a senior playing forward. Lupin Paz, number 8, is a senior midfielder. Escher Paz, sophomore midfielder. Panthers on the move. Kyle Den with it. Down in the direction of the net. And the Panthers are on the board first. So Panthers take the early lead. Den gets a foot on it. Out of bounds it goes. South on it early. Now the Grizz have an opportunity to see if they can't level it up. Luis Uthoff with the ball, switches fields, goes over to the far side. Grizzlies. They'll mark the ball right at about what would be the football 36-yard line. Line drive kick, meeting it there is Pineda. Service out of goal. And now up the far sideline they go. Now, Coach Soper got to be happy with what he sees so far in terms of his team's play, getting the early lead here. He was an assistant last year under Coach Claudio Villa. He and Matt, not only Matt, but also his son Hutter. Soper, coach for about 4 or 5 seasons over in Eagle Point. Play there in front of the net. Clearing it away. Goalkeeper for the Grizzlies, Mateo Moore. Moore gives it a left-footed boot way down the field. Goalie to goalie it goes on the bounce as Pineda picks it up. Serves it up the right side. Switches it over. And Lexi Reyes there, junior forward. Some of the other starters, Ravi Cruz for the Grizzlies, wearing 18, and Luke Reddish is number 19. For the Panthers, you got Pineda, goalkeeper. In on the defense, Andrew Opperman wearing number 3. Sergio Cisneros, number 5, as a defender. Lexi Reyes, number 7, junior forward. Long ball up the field it goes. Omar Serrano, midfielder, wearing number 8. Felix Valenzuela, senior midfielder, number 9. Eloy Saucedo is the forward, wearing number 10. Stephen Calvillo, forward, junior. Owen Neville is number 13. Kyle Den, 14. And Moxie Simmons is number 16. A couple of veteran teams along with a couple of veteran coaches. Abdi Ghalid, the head man for the Grizzlies. I remember him way back in the day playing basketball at Southern Oregon University. But in his post-collegiate days, he's been one of the fixtures in the coaching community for Southern Oregon soccer. Coaching the beautiful game, both for boys and girls over the years. Show you how old I'm getting. I remember back when these two teams played in the same league, the old Southern Oregon Conference. How time has flown, but now Ashland, for the last several seasons, with shrinking enrollment in the district, is in the 5A ranks, although in football they're dropping down to play in the 4A as the team looks to rebuild the program. "13 minutes in, South Medford with the early 1-0 lead. Up the sideline goes Cisneros. And he'll lay it off for Saucedo. Ball in the air. Pair of Panthers and a Grizzly there. Lupin pass. Feeding back to the goalie, and then it ends up out to Escher pass in the midfield. Got some wind blowing this evening. As I look off to the east, looks Looks like the air quality continuing to get better through the day. And aren't we all relieved about that? There with the long boot is Hank Stringer for the Grizzlies. All the way down in the direction of the South Medford net. Luke Reddish down there trying to run on it and control it. Pineda sends it over for Andrew Opperman. Upfield it goes. Freyas taken away by the Grizzlies. Quickly up the field it goes. Nico Moore now on the wing. Looked like he's trying to center it there. Ball deflected off a South Medford defender. But apparently somewhere in that mix, the Grizzly got a touch on it. So Pineda will take care of the goal kick. Good boot and lands up right at midfield. Up the far side of the field it goes. Owen Neville wearing 13. Over there on the right side. Down the way from us. Looping there defensively for the Grizzlies. South with it. Middle of the pitch. Cleared out by a Grizzly defender. Got Nico Moore down there. Battle for the ball, a little foot race. Neville. We also have Cash Cota. He runs down toward the far end of the field, trying to run up on it. Ashland inbound. Cota will take the feed. But they're forward, South Medford Panthers. South throw. Working there, trying to work their way into a little bit of space, but the Grizzlies there for the takeaway. Seems like now they are beginning to settle in a little bit. Escher there, Escher Paz with the last touch on the ball for Ashland. Coming up on about halfway through the first half of play. Nice little breeze blowing. Temperate conditions, so the good news here is a lot of times you'll see early in the season, especially if it's really warm out, cramping become an issue for some players, especially maybe if they haven't hydrated enough, but that doesn't look to be an issue this evening. Grizzlies on the attack. Running over in front of it, Bravi Guerrero Cruz. Shot direction in the direction of the net, hits the side netting. So Ashland giving the Grizzly faithful a little something to cheer about here. Pineda gets a good foot on it. There to run in on it is Reddish. Ball back toward the middle of the pitch. Lupin able to snag it away. Moore tries to catch up on it. Can't get there in time. South Medford throw. Taking care of business here is Sergio Cisneros. Reyes about ready to take care of it there, and Cisneros says, I'll take care of that. And Reyes takes the feed. Neville. Switched over left side, looking in the direction, a shot on goal, and it goes across the face of the goal, and away it goes. South Medford looking to make it a 2-0 match here in the first half. Result of the play is a corner kick. Feed into traffic. Shot on goal, in and out. And the Grizz get it cleared out. South Medford looking like they had picked up their second goal of the evening. Kick from the defensive third of the Grizzlies. Pitch. Here we have a look at Felix Valenzuela. Felix, one of 9 seniors on this Panthers squad. Play over in the corner. Hank Stringer there defensively for the Grizzlies. Ashland looked like they had it cleared out there for a moment. I believe that's Lupin down there, Lupin Paz, over on the far side of the field. Trying to control it, but South Medford gets it back. Ball in the air, won by South Medford. Stringer looking upfield. Has a man, Luis Caballero, Utah. Ashland so far in the match, a little bit of difficulty being able to string some passes together and sustain an offensive flow. Panthers, there's Reyes. being challenged by Nico Moore. Substitution for South Medford. Coming on as soon as we can get his number, we'll relay that to you. And he comes right into the match, quickly gets a touch on the ball. Looks like that could be Centennial that might be in the match, but haven't been able to confirm that yet. Well, these uniforms, black on blue. That is Centennial. Number 6, just right here in front of us off to the right. Ashland brings a man on. And coming off is Escher Paz. Returning is Ravi Guerrero Cruz. Ashland, 1-on-2. South Medford breaks it up. Oh, little collision between a pair of players. Going down is Valenzuela. No worse for wear. He'll get a free kick out of this. In the 28th minute of the first half, South Medford getting on the board first. About 5 minutes into the match. And that's pretty well held since then. And a yellow card issued against the Ashland Grizzlies. Official ruling that South Medford player got tripped up. Seems like in the last few moments we've seen it kind of ramp up a little bit in terms of certainly nothing egregious, but you can see it ramping up in terms of some physicality between the two teams. This match very much up for grabs. South leading at 1-0. Kick lofted, just left of the net. And out of bounds it'll go. Panthers will maintain possession. What's amazing is this Grizzly team's got 12 seniors on it, and they graduated 7 off of last year's team. Looking at both teams, very good turnouts for boys soccer this year. Kyle Den asking the official to move the defense back. off the crossbar it goes. Nice looking shot. Looked promising, but the crossbar had other ideas. This Grizzly boys soccer program, a lot of success over the years. They're got a run going right now. Their last losing season was all the way back in 2011. They were just barely a little bit better than 500 last year. Mentioned that the Panthers came out 6-8-1 in last season, but one of those 6 victories came against these Grizzlies. It was fun back last fall. Got a couple of looks at the Ashland girls soccer program. Then covering soccer for Table Rock Sports, had an opportunity to see a couple of those Ashland girls now matriculating for the Ospreys. They're just coming off of a road trip to Seattle, just ahead of their league schedule. Shot saved by the Grizzly goalkeeper and cleared away. Lupin sprints up the sideline, up the far side, lays it off for a teammate. Battle there in traffic. South Medford defense closing in on it. But the Grizzlies, who've spent the better part of this first half living in front of their net, had something going there for a couple of moments. South switches it toward the middle. Downfield they go. Up the sideline, Coda running up on it. 1-on-2. Now 1-on-1, and he'll go ahead and have a look. On a couple of bounces it goes, and there to meet it is Pineda. He'll smother it and kick it away. Booted it off the back line, out of bounds it goes. It'll be a South Medford throw. A little less than about maybe 6 minutes left in the half, and I don't think, maybe at the most, there might be a minute of stoppage, if that. Coming off for a well-deserved breather, Luke Reddish for the Grizzlies. Escher Paz returns. Our coach Abdi and company. Ball in the air. Running up on it is Centennial. Now back to Opperman. Little volley back and forth. Neville sends it back to his keeper. He's going to get challenged there momentarily. And out of bounds it'll go. End of the match for the Grizzlies. Number 12 is Aaron Irudia, junior midfielder. Moore with the throw. South Medford on the move. Ball upfield, running onto it is Den. Moore tangles him up. And Ashland will get it back. Mateo Moore, got to see him play some baseball back in the spring. Left-handed hitting outfielder. Not every day you see a soccer player who also plays baseball. He's a big man, and he can hit it with some authority, as I recall. South Medford connecting on a series of passes, but broken up. South will have the throw here. Opperman from the back line. Looking for Centeno. To the middle. Den. Goes right, and now a big lefty kick. Up the pitch it goes. Panther able to keep it in bounds. Now move toward the net, and it just misses. He was looking far post. Just a wee tad off target. So it'll be Ashland with a goal kick. South Medford trying to get possession of it back. Now just kind of volleys back and forth for a bit. Guerrero Cruz wearing number 18 for the Grizz. South closing in. Thought they might have one there momentarily. But Ashland dodges danger once again. Feed up line for Coda. Coda deflects it off his chest. Had a little difficulty there trying to get off the shot that he wanted there as he tried to play it off his chest. Ball tapped around, and from this distance, a little hard to make out these numbers, but it looks like we had Valenzuela there for South Medford. Now a foot race to the ball. South Medford with it. Off the back line it goes. Escherpaz trying to make a play on it. Also there is Cisneros for South Medford. South off the back line. Draws some attention. Opens up a little bit of room for South Medford to work. Up the cleared ball. South has it back. Try to go inside with it. Cisneros. Shot high and long. And the series of whistles tell us that it's halftime. And after 1 half of play, the South Medford Panthers lead the Ashland Grizzlies by a score of 1-0. We'll take a timeout and we'll pay homage to our sponsors, and then we will be back in 2 minutes.
So what do you do when a loved one has been wrongfully injured or killed? It's simple. Just go to letusfightforyou.com. That's it. Letusfightforyou.com, helping Oregonians get justice for over 40 years.
Pick it up. Let's go. Come on. Defense. Defense. What am I teaching you at home? Has this kid played before? Shoot it. Oh. Ah. Come on, ref. Open your eyes. Can't you see out there? So, which one's your kid?
The referee.
You can be a parent, athlete, coach, or an official, but you can only be one. Know your role.
So what do you do when you can't work because you were injured on the job? Easy. Just go to letusfightforyou.com. That's it. Letusfightforyou.com, helping Oregonians get justice for over 40 years.
It's game day or a family get-together. Sherm's has the quality products and prices that will make you cheer. Sherm's Thunderbird Market, Medford's original discount grocery store.
Daily adventures this summer start at Pinnacle 365. Accelerate your day with morning motivation. Freshly ground, swiftly brewed. Add some extra crunch to your lunch with our mouth-watering crispy crunchy chicken. The perfect combination of crispy juicy chicken and irresistible flavors. Earn free rewards and save at least 16 cents a gallon with our Peak Rewards app. Get supercharged and add to your fuel savings when you purchase Core Water, Nestle ice cream, and Red Bull. This summer, let's meet at the Peak and save on our daily adventures.
You want diverse venues? We got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays. Diverse venues? We got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Okay, you know how people complain about how Dutch Bros workers are like too nice, too hyper, compliment you too much, whatever? Maybe you're not nice enough. Maybe you need to get a little Dutch Bros in you.
Discover the West Coast destination for those seeking more. More sunny days, more athletic facilities, more outdoor adventures, more to do during downtime. Medford is your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Welcome back to South Medford. Intermission time right now. We're getting ready for the beginning of the second half. And South Medford putting a goal on the board about 5 minutes into the first half of play, and that's pretty well held up. And looking back over the first half of play, South Medford doing a pretty good job, really, of maintaining control of the ball and winning those 50-50 balls, and also getting quick plays up the field. Ashland's had a couple of pretty good looks, but South Medford has done a pretty good job of defensively of turning away any designs that the Grizzlies have in terms of trying to score. Halftime brought to you by the Medford Parks and Recreation Department. Visit playmedford.com for the latest recreation guide. All the sports leagues, classes, and special events await you. Visit playmedford.com to find out more. Second half action set to get underway. So now we've got the Grizzlies moving from left to right from where we sit here. Valenzuela lays it off over toward the left sideline. Try to work at center. South keeping control in traffic. Back outside they go from the left wing. Try to center it. 1-on-2. And they're going to have to take it back out. So they'll go back to the Panther back line. Get a look at Moxie Simmons over here on the right side defensively. Coda trying to make a move. South Medford defense stiffens up. And it'll be a Panther throw. Stringer. Got the throw as the Grizzlies try to see what they can do to level it up. Panthers turn them away. And Pineda lays it off for the back on his side. Opperman over there. Panthers have it stolen away by the Grizzlies. Ashland trying to work the ball quickly upfield. Lupin paused there, but pass, looking it over in the direction of number 19 for the Grizzlies. That's Luke Reddish, the big senior forward. Stringer with a little header there. Knocks it away. Coda. Battle for the ball. Take it away. Over there for South Medford, Eloy Saucedo. Stephen Calvillo lays it off. Shaking the Grizzly defender there is Moxie Simmons. Stringer with it. Coda runs on it. So Pineda's going to come way out from his goal and take care of the free kick. Trusting in his agility. Stringer with a clearance. Up the field it goes. Off the turf. Takes a backwards bounce. The Sejun Park there, defensively for Ashland. Free kick south. And catching the line drive. Goalkeeper for the Ashland Grizzlies, Mateo Moore. Sun working its way down on this Wednesday evening. A match originally scheduled to be played yesterday. Air quality playing havoc with that. A reschedule for tonight, and that ended up being a good move. And you can tell the whole soccer community is in the house. You know, follows upon us when you see Abdi Galid, Andy Pyle, the assistant coach over there for Ashland, veteran coach like Matt Soper, and his son Hunter representing the South Medford Brain Trust for this season. Conditions cooling off considerably here as the sun works its way out down and the lights come on. Move toward the net. And a call goes in favor of the Grizzlies. Cash Coda lining it up. Wall of four set up for the Panthers. And the wall does its job of denying Coda. Battle over in the corner. Got Coda on the ground. At least looking like he may be cramped up a little bit. Tending to him over there is Kyle Den. And they're going to go ahead and stop the clock. That is something that they can do in the high school ranks that you won't see up at the higher levels. And as they tend to Mr. Coda. We will take a quick timeout, and then we'll be back with more high school soccer, the Grizzlies and the Panthers here on TableRockSports.net.
Thanks for the ride. I'll see you after the game.
Hey,
Dear Katie, I've been your #1 fan since I watched your first game all those years ago, and I still love watching you play. But I wanted to see you win so badly that my competitive nature got the best of me. I lost track of what's important. I thought I was supporting you, but I was really just embarrassing you. I'm not your coach, and I'm not an official. I forgot my role. I'm your parent, and you deserve better. From here on, I promise to keep my emotions under control. I'll cheer for you and all the other players, no matter the score, no matter the outcome. Thank you for sharing with me how I can do a better job of supporting you, your team, your coaches, and the sports you love. Still your #1 fan. Love, Dad.
Well, Coda back up on his feet for a moment. It looks like he's going to be carted off. Hopefully nothing serious. And if indeed it was a cramp, which is something that is not a surprise to see this early in the season, that it'll be something he'll be able to get back going again. Coming up tomorrow on Table Rock Sports, be bringing you the other football. North Medford, the Black Tornado on the road against Tigard. Then in girls soccer action, it'll be Forest Grove at North Medford. In football, North Bend will be at Crater. And North Valley will pay a visit to Cascade Christian. Then on Friday, the South Medford Panthers will be playing host to Mountainside. Kick in front of the net, tapped around. Grizzlies looking to try and level it. Unable to connect on the pass. South Medford clearing away, but parked there defensively for the Grizzlies. Able to turn it back. Keeping it in bounds, Simmons. And there, Lupin pause. Downfield it goes. And a collision. And now we have a South Medford player down. As you figure, roughly, we're about a quarter of the way through the second half of tonight's match. And maybe this is where we kind of see the early season mileage catching up. Lupin with the corner kick, ball tapped around in front of the net. Somebody put a lid on that goal. And the Grizzlies are turned away. Pineda and the Panthers escape. Motioning his team forward. Deep goal kick there in the direction of Eloy Saucedo. Saucedo with the footwork there. Lays it off. I believe that was Valenzuela there in the middle of the field. Up the sideline it goes. Out and away. So South Medford strikes first within the first 5 minutes of the match. And so far it's held up. High kick looped off the back line. Battle for the ball. Grizzlies on the move. They still hang on to possession, but a physical battle. Luis Caballero, Utah, trying to fight off a South Medford defender. Grizzly throw. Stringer over there. And cleared away. Ashland Grizzlies with the throw in. Upfield it goes. Lupan trying to run on it. Official rules in favor of the Grizzlies. Stringer will once again handle the throw in. Tries to get it center. Ashland has it. Gets control. Now a shot in the direction of the South Medford net. Gets the Grizzly fans fired up, but it remains a South Medford 1-0 lead. South going the other way. Ball gets loose, and it rolls into the back of the net. The South Medford Panthers take a 2-0 lead on what you would not necessarily describe as a classic shot, but dare we say sometimes you'd rather be lucky than good. over the course of a long season, you're going to get a couple of those. Bagging the goal, Stephen Calvillo. He'll give his team a 2-0 lead. South Medford coming off a victory last Saturday, 4-0 over Bend, looking to try to run the record to 2-0 on the season. Ashland now trying to take it away and get themselves back in it. Ashland throw in right in front of the Panther net. And now we're just about halfway through the second half. Pineda, the goal kick. Ashland with a foot race to the ball. And now, after all the sound and fury, Mateo Moore getting ready to kick it away on the goal kick. Trying to make a play on the ball. Wearing number 18 is Robbie Guerrero Cruz. Actually check that. That was Luke Reddish. Quickly upfield, stumbling as he tried to come onto the ball. Moxie Simmons, sheepish grin as he gets up off the turf. He'll gather up the ball and get ready for the throw-in. Simmons looks up line. Shielding his man Centennial. Short hop fielded there by Mateo Moore. Corner kick. Den delivers it. Traffic in front of the net, but the Grizzlies able to clear it away. South Medford trying to make a play on it. Ball out of bounds. See number 5 in the game for the Grizzlies. That's Noah Cott. Lupin pause. Upfield it goes. Uthoff looking to try to deliver a through ball.
We were driving and my mom's eyes start watering, and she's driving, and she starts like going in the other lane, and she's like, and I like look away, because you know how you want your privacy. I look away. Because you know when you guys are like
South Medford on the move.
you know, like that kind of thing. So I like look away so that she can sneeze. But then I look back and she's like, there's like
Doing his imitation of a baseball shortstop is
my nose does twitch.
Mateo Moore. He'll serve it upfield. See Reddish grabbing his leg there for a moment. But he's looking okay now. A little gimpy though. Pineda, he'll smother this one. Calvillo goal giving the Panthers a 2-0 lead, and now we're better than halfway through the second half of play. Had a couple of interruptions of play due to player injury. Looks like here they might be going ahead and taking a quick break, maybe water break here. First match of the season for the Grizzlies, just the second for South Medford. Looking ahead at the schedules for the teams. Coming up for Ashland. After tonight's match, they'll take the weekend off and resume play on Tuesday with a home date, 7 o'clock against Klamath Union. Then a week from Saturday, once again, the Grizzlies will be at home for a non-league match against the Roseburg Indians. And then they'll take on a local opponent coming up on the 12th of September, a Tuesday match with the Phoenix Pirates. For South Medford, Tuesday, they have a league matchup against the Roseburg Indians. And that will be featured here on Table Rock Sports. Then a week from Saturday, another league matchup, afternoon, on the road, against the Sheldon Irish. Roughly about 15 minutes and change left to go in the match. Play will resume. The whistle blows. Lexi Reyes, an Ashland player, fight for the ball. Bounces around off the turf.
When there's one message, she's mad. When there's like 10. Did I tell you she's trying to set me up? She goes,
And a yellow card issued.
It's the blue moon.
Ashland throw in. South Medford running up on it. Send it back to the goalie. He'll send it upfield. On the loose ball.
I have to take that down right now. Oh no. Do I take it down?
Goal kick now for the Grizzlies. South up the sideline. Little 1v1 battle there. Downfield. Ashland able to clear it out. But there to pick it off is Den. Crossing pass. Grizzlies trying to put something together. And opportunities for them have been few and far between. I look over to the right, that orange orb is not a basketball, but we got quite a sight tonight. The moon, got kind of an astronomical event tonight, and that's about as full a shot of the moon as we're ever going to see here on planet Earth. Grizzlies in traffic. Steal by Ashland. Foul call against South Medford as Robbie Guerrero Cruz trying to make a move. South Medford clearance. And it'll be Ashland throw. South Medford on the attack. Defense trying to get back quickly for Ashland. Shot wide of the far post. And the Panthers, for the first time in what seems like an eternity now, have a corner kick. Den tries to work at center. Action in front of the net. And he scores. South Medford extending their lead to 3-0. Here with a little over 10 minutes to go left in the match. So the Panthers with a little bit of insurance here. I'll be perfectly honest with you, they've pretty much been in control of this match throughout. Ashland with some opportunities along the way, but the Panthers have withstood the charge each and every time. They've pretty well had control of this match throughout. Taking care of the throw in for South Medford, Fabian Becerra. Becerra wearing number 4. Ashland player down on the turf, that's Reddish. He's up, and then it looks like we've got Guerrero Cruz stretching his leg out. Free kick for Ashland. Panthers organizing a 3-man wall. Try to feed it right. And South Medford on the counter. Quickly upfield it goes. Here's Den. Den makes a move. Tries to work at center. And another yellow card issued in the match. By my count, the third we've seen this evening. Reserve keeper in the ball game for the Grizzlies. That's Aiden Espinosa. Espinosa. Nice delivery there. Utah looking to work at middle. Grizzlies shaking the defender. Trying to take a look there is Luis Caballero, Utah. Panthers deny him. But now the Grizzlies get it back. South Medford with it now. Trying to create a breakaway opportunity there.
Did you see us like having our heads like through the window, like looking down?
Time winding down. Grizzly throw in. Ball last touched by the Grizzlies. Grizzlies have it momentarily, and kicking it out of the back is Hank Stringer. Espinosa serves it out of the back. Running up on it. South Medford player. And in for the Panthers, wearing number 12, is Tony Arizaga. Out of the corner, Arizaga trying to make a move toward the Ashland net. Ashland the South Medford Panthers maintaining their 3-0 lead here with just about 4 minutes left to go in the match. Corner kick for South Medford. Senior Kyle Den, midfielder. Kicks it toward the middle. Cleared away by Ashland. Nice work there off the head of Guerrero Cruz. Ashland try to see if they can't put something on the board here late. And they're unable to do so. Make sure it's all the way. Two minutes and change left to go. Ball bounces out of bounds. Park deflects it out. South Medford throw in. Luis Hernandez getting set to take care of the throw for South Medford. Hernandez. Denied by the Grizzly defense. And here assistant Hunter Soper giving encouragement to his team. Hernandez tries to feed it. Shot wide. And we got a little less than 1 minute left to go. Espinosa, who came in to play goalkeeper late in the match. Time winding down. South Medford closing in on their second victory of the season. The whistle sounds, and the South Medford Panthers snag a 3-0 victory in a non-league match against the Ashland Grizzlies. We'll take a quick timeout, and then we'll be back with our post-game wrap-up right after these messages on TableRockSports.net.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
Any time is a good time to plan your funeral, except at the time of the funeral. At Conger Morris, we know that there are so many advantages to planning ahead. It eases the burden on our families at their worst time. Pre-planning also alleviates their stress, knowing the funeral costs are already taken care of. And it allows your service to be more meaningful, with all of your wishes being taken care of. Call us today for personalized assistance in creating your own plan. Conger Morris, we'll always be there.
Here at South Medford High School, we welcome you to our Southern Oregon Sports Commission's Know Your Role postgame show. Visit travelmedford.org and search Know How Your Role and see how this campaign is changing the culture of youth sports for the better. South Medford taking the lead early, and I believe it may have been Reyes that scored that first goal for South Medford, and that gave us what was our halftime score of 1-0. Then in the second half, the South Medford Panthers getting their second goal of the match on a couple of fortuitous bounces on a ball off the foot of Stephen Calvillo as the Panthers took a 2-0 lead. Then they got one more goal for good measure and end up bagging the 3-0 win. So that will do it for this week for the Panthers and Grizzlies. If you check in at osaa.org, you'll see the schedules for the respective teams as both of them will resume play immediately following Labor Day weekend. So Matt Soper and his crew go to 2-0 on the season. Coach Galid and the Grizzlies now 0-1 after having played their first match of the season. So that'll wrap up tonight's broadcast. We'd like to thank you for joining us. I'd also like to thank South Medford High School Athletic Director James Joy for hosting the Lithia Superstore Game of the Night on TableRockSports.net in today's broadcast. Special thanks to coaches Soper and Galid. Our next Table Rock Sports production, we've got a bevy of matches and football games in store for you tomorrow. Visit TableRockSports.net. There on the homepage, you'll see the slate of games. Again, that includes some football, some soccer, and also invite you to become a subscriber to the Table Rock Sports YouTube channel. And that way you get notices as these opportunities come up. Well, that'll wrap it up here. For Johnny McCoy, I'm Jim McCoy saying thank you for joining us and have a great night. And thanks for watching on the Table Rock Sports Network.